Welcome to our first of our 2022-2023 winter webinar series. And my name is Justin St. Pierre. I'm the Business Development Officer for the town of Prescott. We are the lead partner for South Grenville Digital Main Street, which delivers the Digital Main Street programs in Augusta, Edwardsburg, Cardinal, and the town of Prescott. Today, our Digital Main Street Coordinator, Elizabeth Lawless, will be taking us through a presentation on developing your online presence for small businesses. She'll also be talking about some of the other programs available. As you have registered for this webinar, you'll receive information about Digital Main Street and our future webinars going forwards. Right now, I'm going to turn things over to Elizabeth to get started.
Good morning, everyone. So like Justin said, we're going to look at online presence today. I'm just going to do a quick overview of what we're going to look at in this webinar. So we'll go over a general idea of what online presence is and the benefits of having a good online presence, the key components, some tips to improve, and then at the end, I'll do a how-to section on a few different topics that are a bit easier to do, and you can even do them today because they're a shorter process. And then finally, we'll have an online presence checklist that you can take away from this and work through in the future with your business. And as always, we'll have a question period at the end. You can either save your questions for the end and ask them to us live, or you can put them in the chat as well. So, what is online presence? It is the existence of your business digitally or in the online space. It allows clients or potential customers to not only just find your business, but they can learn more about the things you offer, like the products you sell, the services you provide, and just a general idea of what your brand is. So just a quick tip, when you're looking at your online presence, you want to put yourself in your clients' or customers' shoes. So you want to imagine if you were trying to find a business like yours, what would you search in Google? What would you type into that little search bar at the top? And then you can use those as your keywords on your website or your social media. And existing online is not quite enough to generate an online presence. You need to use some of the tips and tricks that we'll cover today to really elevate your online presence and push your brand into more people's feeds online. So the key components of an online presence are visibility, credibility, and reputation. I'm going to go over each of these in the next couple of slides to kind of explain what that means in the digital world and then how you can implement this into your brand. So the first one is visibility. So this is how much attention or awareness your business has online, how many people know about your brand, how many people are seeing your posts or interacting with your posts, how often you show up in searches when people are looking for businesses like yours on Google, and how often you show up in people's feeds or even on the Explore page on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever social media platform that you use. So the next thing we're going to cover is credibility. This is defined by how trustworthy and reliable you appear to be online. So it is one thing to, be reliable and trustworthy in person, but it is harder to communicate that online because you're not communicating face to face. They don't get to meet you personally. They don't get to walk into your store and see that you are a legitimate, reliable business. So a few things you can do to boost your credibility online is having a user-friendly website and having a website in general. You want to have an informative landing page. So whenever you click on a website link, that first page that comes up, you'll want to see like the logo, the business name, possibly a little blurb about the business or the owner. And then another good thing is to just show like a small feature of the things you offer, whether that's products or services. You also want to make sure that you have a social media presence and a strong social media presence. So maybe you're on multiple platforms, you're updating regularly, your content is consistent, you're interacting with your followers, all of those things will help boost your credibility. And then you also want to make sure that your website is secure. A lot of times online, when people find a small business, maybe they've never seen their storefront, maybe they've never interacted with them before, and they want to make a purchase online, but then they don't see that it's secure. That can be a challenge because you're putting your credit card information on there and you want to make sure that you're buying from a secure website. If you want to check that yours is secure, you can just type your website into Google, and then at the top where the address bar is, you should see a tiny little lock, and that'll show that it is secure. And if it's not, we can book a digital service appointment and we can make sure that your website is secure in the future. The third component is reputation. So your online reputation is created by reviews that customers leave, recommendations, and word of mouth. So you want to encourage reviews online because that will not only boost your reputation, but it's also going to boost your credibility as well, because new customers, potential customers, they're going to see that other people had great experiences with you. They're going to see that your products or services were high quality, and this is going to help you in the future. You can also share posts from customers about their experience with your business. And that will assist with your reputation and your reach online as well. So if a client made a purchase from you and they loved it and they shared it on their Instagram story, for example, and they tagged you, you can now share that to your page as well. And now you're existing on 2 social media pages, which is going to boost your exposure. So what are the benefits of a strong online presence? Like I mentioned, it's going to help you get discovered. It's going to help your reach online. You'll be able to access new people and new customers. It'll also allow you to increase your brand awareness. So this is just people knowing about your brand or your business, and they'll be able to find you easier. It'll also establish you as a legitimate business. So that's kind of going back to the credibility slide. So people will see that you are reliable, you have good products or services, and they'll be more likely to buy from you in the future. It's going to help build your reputation online. It'll help you develop relationships with your clients. So you want to make sure, or customers, you want to make sure that you are engaging with them, whether that's responding to messages quickly or even having an automated message set up on your social media that says like, "Hi, thank you for your inquiry. We will get back to you soon." Or even just replying to people's comments on your posts. That is really important for your engagement because the more comments you have, the more your post is going to get boosted online. And it also helps you build that relationship and community with your customers. It'll also enhance your visibility on multiple channels, which also kind of touches on brand awareness. And like I said, it'll help you connect with current and potential customers and create a strong community of people that support your brand and your business. So there are a lot of different methods and resources that you can use to improve your online presence. This is a little list here, and then I'll go into each of these in more detail as well. So you have the website, social media, content, SEO, online advertising, and then networking and collaborating with other businesses. So having a website is incredibly important. 1/3 of businesses do not have a website. This is like your first impression with customers. If you do not have, maybe you don't have a storefront, or maybe they're not from the area where your store exists, this is their first interaction with your brand. So you want to make sure that it is a nice website, it's user-friendly, you're not going to get lost in it, and that it's mobile-friendly as well. This is something that you can check within the website platform that you choose. There should be an option to view as a mobile site to make sure that you can view the whole website on a cell phone. The website does not need to be overly complicated. You don't even have to have e-commerce if you're not ready to take on that challenge yet. but you should have something that is informative and creates that online presence. And it could just be general information about the things that you offer, who you are, and maybe how your business started and how to contact you. You want your website to be clear, informative, easy to navigate, and again, mobile friendly. Those are kind of the main points that you want to invest in for your website. If you don't have a website, we do have 2 programs that we offer that will allow you to create one. So the first is the Canadian Digital Adoption Program. This is a $2,400 grant program delivered by Digital Main Street. Its main focus is website development and upgrades and e-commerce as well. You must have 1 employee to be eligible, aside from the owner, but you can still be a home-based business. You'll receive one-on-one support. And then if you don't meet those requirements, you can also apply for the Shop Here program. This is another free program delivered by Digital Main Street. You will have one-on-one support with a Shop Here advisor, and then, of course, my support as well. You'll receive a free custom website for your business. The only requirement is that you must be a registered business in Ontario. If you are interested in either of these, you can let us know in the chat and we will reach out to you. And I also have my contact information on the last slide, so you can reach out that way as well. Moving on to social media, it is incredibly important for your business to be on social media. This is like our modern day marketing. So you want to make sure you're updating your pages regularly. I think the sweet spot is kind of 2 to 3 posts per week. It can feel like a lot to maintain, especially if you're on multiple platforms. So I think the best way to go about it is to plan out your content, use a scheduling app. You can use Facebook Business Suite or Meta Business Suite to manage both Facebook and Instagram. You can schedule a month in advance, a year in advance if you want, but that might be a bit much. But it can help you reach a larger audience than just website traffic alone. And you can actually direct traffic to your website from your social media pages by putting your link in your posts or putting the link in your bio on Instagram. And this will actually help your SEO for your website as well, because your website link is now existing on multiple other sites. You also want to make sure that you're creating content that your followers will be engaged in and creating content that they will want to share. So this could be, informative content. Maybe you offer services and you can make a post about why you need these services or the benefits of these services. And when people want to share your content, maybe they'll add it to their Instagram or Facebook story, and then you're kind of getting some free advertising almost out of that. Staying active online will also allow you to build relationships with your current and potential clients and customers. So again, you're going to create this little community of support through your social media. Adopting new platforms. That can be a little bit scary. Like I mentioned, it's a lot when you're updating multiple pages, but it is very important to be on more than one platform because then you're existing in multiple spaces online. So you want to create a presence on platforms that are going to align with your target audience. So this could be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, whatever you feel aligns with your brand and your target audience. Like I mentioned earlier, you'll want to plan out your content so you're able to stay consistent across all platforms. And I think my biggest advice for social media is to spend time on these platforms that you are choosing to have your business on, because you're going to learn, what people are posting, what people want to see. For example, if you wanted to start a TikTok page for your business, and you've never spent time on the app, you're not going to know how people use the app, what the trends are, what gets more views. So make sure you spend some time on there yourself, and then you'll be able to create relevant content for your followers. And then hopefully your post will be boosted and you can reach some new audiences as well. Hopping on trends is also very important. A lot of people it's important to still do your own thing and to stick to your brand, but utilizing these trends will really help you boost that engagement and boost your views because your content is going to be pushed. So if it's video content, you'll want to use trending sounds. There's tabs for it on Instagram and like Instagram Reels and on TikTok as well, where you can find out what these trending sounds are. Or maybe hop on some memes and create your own for your business. One popular one recently was during Halloween. It was the picture of the Halloween costume, and I saw a few businesses kind of take their own spin on it, and they ended up performing quite well. Another tip is to add a call to action in your posts. So this can be to motivate followers to comment or share the post, or maybe subscribe to your YouTube channel or sign up for your email list. Whatever you're looking to kind of get out of this reach is what you want your call to action to be. This will also help increase your viewership as well because you're getting that higher level of engagement. Moving on to SEO, it is very important to utilize this to boost your online presence. You'll want to use keywords in your web content. So like I mentioned earlier, put yourself in your customer's shoes and think about what people type in to search for your business or the products and services you offer. So for example, if you are a web designer, you might want to use current trends in web design as one of your keywords, because that might be something that someone is searching for, and then they're thinking, oh, this is so much, I don't know how to do design, and then they see your page, and then they might reach out to you for your services. Utilizing local SEO is also incredibly important. You want to make sure you're plugging your location in your keywords. So for example, if you have a store in Prescott, maybe you'll put boutique in Prescott, Ontario as your keywords. You want to be very specific about what you offer and where, because if you list too much, it's going to get cluttered and they're not going to push you in the algorithm. So you want to make sure you're very specific about what you offer and where you're located. If you don't have a physical location, or maybe you serve multiple locations, you can put your service area in there as well. You want to encourage Google reviews. This will really help boost your listing on Google. And again, like I said, be specific with your Google listing business category. If you have multiple categories on there, it's just going to confuse the algorithm and they won't know where to place you. So just a couple tips about local SEO. Don't list everything you do or sell. List maybe the main things or what you're known for, because maybe somebody visited your store and they remember what they purchased from you, but they can't remember the name. So then they type in what they purchased in the location where you are, then your name will come up. Like I said, if you don't have a specific address, you can list your service area. When you're posting on social media, you can use local hashtags. So if you're located in Prescott, you can use their hashtag, which is ExplorePrescottON, and this will help you boost your business in the proper location. Another great tip is to get on local directories, whether that's like the business directories in your area or in your service area, or just directories that align with your business as well. Encouraging Google reviews. Google reviews specifically with keywords make a big difference. So like I mentioned in the last slide, maybe you use boutique in Prescott, Ontario as some of your keywords. If a client leaves a review saying, oh, I visited this boutique in Prescott, Ontario, it's going to really boost your viewership on Google. Quick tip, don't create a promotion for people to leave reviews. This can be viewed as inauthentic. Instead, I would recommend adding a review widget to your website that will take people to the correct spot to leave a Google review. Or maybe you can send an automated email after people purchase something from your store to encourage reviews, or even displaying QR codes around your business location, leading people to the spot to leave reviews. It's good to make it convenient and simple to leave reviews, but you don't want to kind of exchange it for like a gift or a discount. Moving on to email marketing. So email newsletters can keep your customers engaged. They can kind of be whatever you want. So you can share updates about your business. Maybe you have a new product launch coming. Maybe you have a holiday collection. This could be some content for email marketing. Maybe you're having a big sale for Black Friday or just a sale in general. You can also do this as well. I know I get a lot of emails this time of year about sales, and I do fall for it every time. And I usually head to their website, even though I wasn't thinking of them before. So this can help keep your business top of mind for customers. Blog posts are another option if that's something you do for your business. You can share a little preview of it in an email, and then people will then go to your blog as well. You can use a paid software for this, or there are some free platforms. I believe Square has one set up within their website. You get a couple free credits. You can try it out, see how it works for you. If you're interested in doing the Shop Here program, there are a lot of discounts on email marketing platforms if you complete that program. Building your list can be difficult, so you can leave an option for people to sign up when they make a purchase, either online or in store. You can add a little widget to your website encouraging people to subscribe to your email list. This is something you could do a promo for. So I've seen a lot of stores do, sign up for our email list and get 10% off your next purchase, and like a promotion like that. And you can also encourage them to sign up for your emails on your social media page as well. Maybe you have a link in your bio to sign up and you make a post kind of directing people to that link. Moving on to online advertising. So investing in online advertising, this is going to help boost your reach, your engagement as well, and of course your presence online. So you can go two different ways with this. You can do social media ads either on Facebook or Instagram. This is a more affordable option typically. It's easier to set a budget. The budget's typically smaller when you do social media ads, but your reach is quite high. Just keep in mind your demographics when you're doing this. You want to be specific about who you're targeting. You don't want to just target everyone everywhere, because that won't generate a great conversion for you. You're going to want to target people that are in your target market, maybe a little bit wider than your current area. But if you're a solely online business or you have e-commerce, you can definitely push that location even farther. And then pay-per-click ads on Google are another option as well. And this is going to push your website to the top of search results. So you're going to buy up keywords. And when people type those in, you've probably noticed it online before when you search for a website and you see like the first 5 or 6 they all say ad beside them really small. That's an example of those ads on Google. And then when you scroll down, you'll see the website that you were originally searching for. So the ads are going to come up first. Networking is also a great resource for your online presence. So you can connect with other businesses to share content and increase visibility. So this could be, maybe you do like a collaboration together and you create a product or a service together. It could be an event that you're going to do with multiple businesses, or even just reposting other businesses' content and helping their reach, and in turn, hopefully they will help yours as well. You'll want to make sure that you're collaborating with other businesses that make sense. So you want to share a similar target market and have a similar brand voice and just brand in general, because you don't want, if if you're sharing content of a business that is so completely different from yours, you're not going to have great conversion there because those aren't the people that are likely to be interested in your business and your brand. Utilizing directories is also a great option. So take advantage of the online directories in your area. Having external sites that link back to your website will boost your SEO. This is what they typically talk about in SEO. They call it backlinking. That's essentially what it is. It's your website link existing on multiple different sites. So being listed on a local directory will improve your local SEO. You can apply to or register for them in your area. And just a note, if you're a digital service business, you can apply to be or register to be on the Digital Main Street vendor directory as well. Consistency is incredibly important for your online presence and just for your brand in general. So it's going to improve your brand awareness and your brand recall. The goal is to almost be able to create content where people don't have to look at who posted it to know that your business posted it. That's how consistent you are with your brand colors, the content you share, and your brand voice. They're going to know that it's you without even having to check. You want to be consistent with your imagery and your style as well. Like I said before, like it is important to hop on trends to get that reach and engagement, but you also want to make sure you're staying true to your brand at the same time. And you want this consistency to exist across all of the channels you're on. So if you're on multiple social media pages and you have your website as well, you want this branding and the voice and the imagery to be consistent across all of these. Moving on to our how-to section. So first thing is your Facebook username. When you create a Facebook page, like a business page now, it comes up automatically to ask you to create a username. If you've created it in the past, you'll have to go in separately and do it. So this is really, really important for people to be able to tag your business. So like I mentioned earlier, like collaborating with other businesses, they're going to tag you, lead people to your page, or customers leaving reviews or sharing what they purchased from you. You want to make sure that they're able to tag you so people can easily find you. So to do this, you'll want to go to like just regular Facebook. You don't have to be in MetaSuite. You go to your general page settings, then you will go to username. It comes up right away and you can create your username. In this same section, there are also tagging settings. I would recommend double checking and just making sure that people are able to tag your page because, again, this is going to boost your visibility online. More on keywords. We have Instagram keywords now as well. So you have a section that is your name on Instagram. So we have ours here. And then we have added some keywords there as well. When you're searching on Instagram, typically you can only really search for people's name or the account's name. So by adding these keywords in there, if someone were to search small business resources, we would be likely to come up versus if they search small business resources and our name was still just South Grenville DSS, we wouldn't show up in that search. So you need to be really specific with these because you only get 64 characters. So what are the 2 or 3 main things that your business either offers or is known for? Again, you want to put yourself in your customer's shoes and think about what they might type into that search bar to find your business. Also, be sure to use a divider between the words. So here you can see I just put a slash between ours. So just so it doesn't look kind of jumbled in there. And to do this, it's pretty simple. You go to edit profile. You can either go to the menu bar at the side, or typically there is like a little gray box that'll say edit profile. You'll then go to name and then you just add your keywords in there. So this is kind of the final checklist. It's going to group everything together. This might be something you want to take away with you at the end of this webinar so you can work on this over time to improve your online presence. So the first thing is to have a user-friendly and informative website, whether that's creating a website because you don't have one yet or upgrading your website to be more user-friendly. The general rule is the 3-click rule. So if people have to click more than 3 times to find what they're looking for, which is your business, they're likely to just lose interest and not search anymore. So you want to make sure it's very easy to access your products or services and to find your website as well. You can link it in your Google My Business listing. That seems to be the easiest way. I know when I'm searching for a website, I typically go to their Google listing and find click on their website from there. You want to be consistent on multiple social media platforms. If you're on one right now, maybe try adding one more. I wouldn't recommend trying to do all of them at the same time, especially if you're learning new platforms, because it's going to be almost impossible to update them all consistently. So I would add a new one every so often and just continue to build your presence over time. You want to make sure your website address exists on multiple online channels. So it's linked to your social media, it's on your local directories. You want to utilize SEO and local SEO. So you want to add those keywords in your website, in your Instagram page. You want to encourage Google reviews, and you want to make sure your Google listing is updated regularly. So if you're doing holiday hours, for example, for your store, you want to make sure that you are updating those hours on your Google My Business listing. Again, you want to network and collaborate with businesses that align with your brand and engage with your customers online to create that community.
I want to thank everyone for coming today and hope to see you at our next webinar.